So this is Contemporary Design Trends brought to you by Element Design. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar about contemporary design trends. In general, many of the trends we're going to look at today show a subtle shift in modern and contemporary kitchen design. Contemporary and modern design is warmer, and kitchens are becoming a more comfortable space achieved by material, design, and product selection. We're also going to look at a variety of products and materials which illustrate the innovation seen in today's kitchen, bathroom, and closet designs. So a little bit about me. My name is Beata Klecha, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Element Designs. Element Designs is a manufacturer of contemporary aluminum, glass, and acrylic components, such as cabinet doors, back painted glass, and shelving structures. I've been with the company for 16 years now, and I spend a lot of time researching contemporary trends. We spend a lot of time at industry events in Europe especially, and analyze those trends in order to be able to bring the newest designs to our North American customers. An important trade show for us is called Eurocucina, and it's typically where we start our research and development process. It's part of the world's largest interior design show called Salone del Mobile, which is located in Milan, Italy. Salone is an annual show held in April of every year, and it draws the best European manufacturers of high-end furnishings and accessories for residential and commercial interiors. The show sees over 400,000 visitors a year and more than 1,800 exhibitors annually. Every even year, a part of the show is reserved for a section called Eurocucina, which is known for being the ultimate contemporary kitchen design trade show in the world. Kitchen manufacturers show their newest kitchen designs and really focus on innovation. These new designs really drive and influence contemporary trends that will be incorporated into kitchens around the world for years to come. And with today's digital world, we're seeing those trends in North America faster than ever, which makes it so much more important to be aware of what is going on in Europe. So we're going to explore each of the major trends in detail and look at some of the examples seen at Eurocucina. The first trend we're going to talk about is mixed materials. Mixed materials obviously have an endless amount of combinations which can be customized based on preference. The mixed materials tend to combine variations in color, texture, and finish. This continuing trend is all about personalization. So here we're looking at a kitchen on the left-hand side, which uses warm wood finishes as the base. The upper cabinetry creates an interesting grid effect while combining metal frames, glass, and white matte surfaces which carry the eye upward and create a lot of storage space. The white marble countertop really ties everything together. The second kitchen uses a stone countertop and stone front drawers for the base cabinetry. The upper cabinetry features matte finish vertical doors in a deep blue color, accented even further by the blue and white pattern tile backsplash. The result is a stunning kitchen with contrasting textures, complementary colors, and patterns. This dramatic kitchen uses a variety of materials in similar tones to create a really luxurious space. The back wall of wood cabinetry in medium wood tones and vertical grain anchor the space and draw the eye upward. The stunning stone backsplash adds depth and texture without breaking up the back wall. The shelving in the same wood finish adds vertical storage and creates an open division between eating and living areas. Here, another example of mixed materials. The first kitchen really creates a light, airy feel by starting with light and medium gray cabinetry, so two tones of cabinetry in the same space, in both slab and shaker styles for variety and interest. The marble finish countertop and backsplash surfaces add consistency and flow between the uppers and the base cabinetry. The upper cabinetry features chrome glass doors, which beautifully highlight the dark, contrasting cabinet interiors. And on the right, we're looking at a kitchen using predominantly dark stone surfaces. And what's really interesting about this is they're using the same type of stone on the base cabinetry, the backsplash, and the countertop. But they're using different texture. So the matte natural stone sheen texture on the cabinetry and the higher sheen of the solid countertops complement each other, yet they differ in an interesting way. And the stone is broken up by sections of cream matte cabinetry, open shelving, and we have a really nice gray concrete countertop there in the mix. So next we're going to talk about color. Neutral colors are by far the most popular colors that we're seeing at Euro Cucina. And I think the colors that are being considered neutrals are increasing. We also saw pops of color that show up usually in sections rather than entire spaces. So first here we're looking at a cool gray kitchen with very clean lines through the use of flat slab doors and Gola channels. The island is an interesting juxtaposition of styles with its warm wood tones, 5-piece panel door style, and curved molding. And that is also combined with a nice butcher block countertop. The kitchen on the right, still it's a gray, but it's a warmer shade of gray, more of a beige tone with a very high gloss surface. And the sleek surfaces really pair up perfectly with, again, the warm wood tones in the countertop, backsplash, and built-in shelving. So we're really seeing that warmth that I mentioned earlier peek through in all kinds of different interesting ways in these kitchens. So black and white, or sometimes called a tuxedo kitchen, was definitely a popular combination. The variations in materials and design composition made all the designs really unique. So first we're looking at a kitchen that used black high gloss base cabinetry and wall cabinetry, which framed the space, framed that wall. And the white matte upper cabinetry was just a perfect complement. And it's also mounted in a really neat floating cabinet application. So the other kitchen uses bold horizontal lines, and they're effectively designed using stripes of black or white cabinetry. The black cabinetry consists of black matte drawer fronts and uppers, while the white painted shaker-style drawers add additional character to the space. And this design is finished off with a thin black matte countertop. So with any kitchen these days, white cabinetry is always going to be a mainstay, but also especially true for modern and contemporary kitchens. Here we're looking at two different spaces using white as the predominant color. The kitchen on the left uses matte white surfaces in the hinged uppers and lowers with a nice recessed pulled detail, which creates clean, modern lines. The white surfaces continue through the countertop and backsplash ledge, which also serves as a really interesting art ledge, especially with the lighting effect. Now, the starkness of the white cabinetry combined with the open wood drawers really adds warmth and interest to this space. So it's no longer a dark environment. It has a warmth to it. This second kitchen also uses white cabinetry in both the uppers and the lowers. Again, we're seeing a wood countertop, a wood inset backsplash recess where you can display objects or store frequently used items. And that blue wall color in the backsplash really adds warmth, depth, and again, interest. So black matte, it was huge. It was everywhere. And both of these kitchens feature that black matte cabinetry in a really modern finish, which are further accentuated by dark walls. So instead of feeling harsh or cold, these spaces actually feel cozy because you're wrapped in color. The wood countertop and the sections of cabinetry break up the dark black surfaces of the entire space. And the addition of lighting, open shelving, and greenery adds more warmth and life to the space. So, shades of blue. In general, I think navy and deep blue are emerging as more of a neutral tone in interiors than they've ever been considered before, especially navy. Navy is a very safe, traditional color, which is a good alternative to black. So the first transitional kitchen that we're looking at elegantly uses navy upper cabinets to contrast with the white lower cabinets with the white trim molding detail. And the dark bronze metallic accents in both the shelving and the aluminum frame doors, along with the gray countertops, really finish and polish that look. The kitchen on the right is a lot more modern. It uses a very deep blue shade combined with thick stainless steel countertops and a cooktop to create a nice contemporary modern look. And this is where we're going to talk about pops of color. So rich, warm tones really made an appearance in parts of contemporary kitchens. The deep red cabinetry on a selection of the lower cabinetry just complemented the dramatic black wall cabinets so nicely. And the kitchen on the left features deep green base cabinetry in the island, which did such a fantastic job of highlighting the illuminated quartz countertops with veins of green and bronze, which were just incredibly beautiful. So, next big trend, glass doors. And while glass doors aren't necessarily a new element in contemporary kitchen design, they are being used more widely than ever in just a huge variety of styles. So, why the sudden increase in popularity? There may be a direct correlation to the use of open shelving in kitchens. Open shelving is stylish, it's very trending, and it keeps everything in sight and easily accessible. So it really combines form and function. However, one of the drawbacks of open shelving is that it does mean that the contents of the shelves are exposed to dust, which makes keeping items clean a bit more challenging. Glass doors can be used to achieve that same open shelving look with the added protection of glass. So now we're going to look at a few ways that glass doors can enhance modern and contemporary kitchen design. So this typical glass door style incorporates aluminum frames, which give the glass beauty, strength, and structural stability, which is especially important for larger doors. The left kitchen uses a graphite finish frame with a mesh pattern glass to surround the wood cabinetry and the appliances. The lighter cabinet interior also amplifies the visual effect of the aluminum frame doors. And the use of textured glass just adds texture in an unexpected place and still provides the homeowner with full visual access to the cabinet interior. Now, the other kitchen uses a combination of lift-up glass doors along with tall hinged glass doors in a completely different way. So here we're looking at natural finish frames with satin glass inserts which slightly obscure the cabinet contents. Glass doors are frequently used as design accents, where the frame finish and glass add design interest to the cabinetry or the space. And they're also an obvious choice for display cabinetry when used with any transparent glass options. Transparent glass is available in a variety of shades or tints, such as smoked glass or gray glass, or bronze hues to add additional interest in a display application. Warmer frame and glass styles are a perfect way to add that warmth that we're all looking for to contemporary spaces. From the frame finishes, such as these deep bronze frames, to bronze-hued glass in either a clear or a reflective variation. These things make modern and contemporary cabinetry both elegant and inviting. Glass doors continue to be very popular in closets. They're just a natural fit. So the luxurious walk-in closet on the left-hand side features large gold-framed doors with clear glass, which add this beautiful detail, but they're a very functional design element, which, again, we're protecting the content, which is something you want to do where you're storing accessories, clothing, etc. The glass fronts extend to the drawer front, where the clear glass adds visibility to drawer contents, which is really a welcome benefit. And the image on the right-hand side shows a center storage island, which is really a luxurious take on closets and has the feel of a high-end boutique. Again, form meets function with the use of the low iron reflective glass and matte black frames to create a really refined look which has a real purpose. So the next trend we're going to talk about is finishes and the wide variety of finishes that we're seeing. The variety of metallics and matte finishes is so exciting to see, and it's really easy to adapt to a wide variety of cabinetry styles and design preferences. These new finishes are appearing in every facet of design, including plumbing fixtures, appliances, cabinetry, and surfaces. So first we're going to look at brass. Modern brass finishes were used as beautiful accents in many areas of the kitchen, both dramatic and subtle. And this is not the brass that we saw decades ago. This is a brushed, modern, elegant brass finish that really stands out. Here we're looking at soft black base cabinetry, countertops, and a backsplash, which are elegantly accented by the use of brass shelving, and also brass finish integrated door pulls for just a touch of that metallic finish. The kitchen on the right uses a light wood cabinetry, which features warm brass appliances, a vent hood. We're seeing some detail with the brass finish shelving, and even the cabinet base molding is bringing in that warm, modern brass. So next, we're going to look at gold. And gold metallic finishes are gracing cabinetry, decorative hardware, and appliances at your cucina, and really all over the world. First, we've got a kitchen which integrates warm wood shades, warm stone surfaces, and carries that warm tone through to the glass cabinetry wall, which features gold finish aluminum frames, and it also has gold plumbing fixtures. I mean, it's really popping up everywhere. The modern metallic details effortlessly blend into the surroundings, and they add extra dimension to the design. And then the second kitchen we're looking at features an entire gold wall with gold painted cabinetry, and it creates a sleek, warm aesthetic. That warm gold finish coordinates with the wood accents that we're seeing and the light countertops and backsplash. Next, we're going to look at bronze, and bronze has so many variations, from some of these multi-dimensional bronze surfaces to oil rub bronze, which we're very familiar with, and everything in between. So on the left-hand side, we're looking at cabinet doors with bronze metallic panels. The bronze multi-tonal doors really add depth and accentuate that illuminated onyx countertop on the island. And then on the right-hand side, we're looking at oil rub bronze finished wall shelving in a kitchen with more traditional white cabinetry and neutral stone countertops. And copper. So copper is actually a metallic finish that we've seen in kitchens for hundreds of years in the terms of cookware and things like that. So first, we're looking at a kitchen that uses copper in a sparing yet meaningful way to create a really cohesive space. So the black shaker drawer fronts, the black stained counters, and the open wall shelving are all paired with the copper tones that are found in that warm wood that finishes off the back wall in the drawers. And we've got small copper pulls that are used to accent the drawers and really kind of pull everything together with that nice detail, that finishing touch. The other kitchen adds a large pop of metallic color with a tall wall storage and appliance cabinet. Once again, the copper is accented with black details and black appliances. And stainless steel, not a new finish, but it's still very, very popular. The stainless steel doors on the left-hand side are used in the kitchen with stainless steel cabinet-based detail and stainless steel fixtures for a classic contemporary combination in this white kitchen. And then on the right-hand side, we're looking at a stainless steel shelving wall, which really gives us a classic interpretation of open shelving storage with a real industrial feel. And next we're going to look at aluminum. Aluminum is a very classic material that's used in aluminum frame glass doors and extends to a variety of structures and components that are used in today's modern kitchen designs. The resurgence of a natural anodized aluminum finish in its true color, I think, really speaks to modern simplicity and getting back to the basics. So on the left-hand side, we're looking at an aluminum finish that is built into several of the elements in this kitchen. So the oven hood structure includes a nice natural aluminum mesh and framing system. We've got aluminum frame cabinet doors and a structure which supports the island, which all beautifully bring in that natural aluminum design detail. And on the right-hand side, we're looking at a bathroom vanity that is very industrial and fashion-forward. It uses natural aluminum frames with reeded glass inserts and cabinet feet with that same natural aluminum finish. Now we're going to talk about chrome. So chrome is very elegant, refined, and glamorous. The kitchen on the left-hand side incorporates chrome finished glass doors, chrome hardware, smoked glass, and dark cabinet interiors to create a really elegant contrast to the white cabinetry. And on the right, we're looking at a really luxurious closet with clear glass and elegant chrome frames. And next, we're going to look at black matte finishes. They're popular because they are a natural fit in so many types of styles, from modern to contemporary to industrial to farmhouse. It fits the bill almost anywhere you go. And on the right, we're seeing that black matte shelving really combine with the bright yellow floor and stark white walls to create a fresh contemporary space. On the right-hand side, they're incorporating black matte metallic accents in the cabinet base, the legs that are supporting the base cabinetry, and also the pull detail between the drawer fronts and the cabinet doors. So next, we're going to talk about open shelving. Open shelving appears in so many forms and has so many functions, from an alternative to typical upper cabinetry to something as large as a room divider. So let's take a look at some of this open shelving that we're seeing in Europe. So here we're going to look at open shelving as an extension of cabinetry or an alternative to cabinetry. So first we're seeing extruded metal frames and a black matte finish that runs the entire height of the wall and is attached to the upper cabinet. The white shelving provides a really nice contrast to this black and white kitchen. And on the right-hand side, we're looking at an upper cabinet shelving unit in an oil rub bronze finish, which stores decorative objects, and frequently used items. So open shelving is also very popular as a cabinet feature, meaning it's inset into the cabinetry itself, or at least it looks like it is. So building the shelving into the cabinetry keeps the look cohesive and neat, but it still provides the intended open shelving aesthetic that's so popular now. So on the left-hand side, we're looking at a single shelf inset with an open back that allows a nice pop of color to come through. And on the right-hand side, we're looking at a very streamlined, small, extruded open shelving system in a modern brass finish on the top and the bottom of the cabinetry wall. And that finish really provides a beautiful contrast and complements the dark cabinetry. So we're also seeing open shelving, interestingly enough, frequently in base cabinetry. So first we're looking at open shelving in a kitchen island, and it really adds storage and breaks up a large expansive cabinetry, so it gives you the feeling of having more space than you may actually have. And on the right-hand side, we're looking at that modern brass finish again in the kitchen island for a beautiful design detail that's carried from the wall cabinetry to the kitchen island. Now we're going to look at shelving in maybe more of a typical application, floating open shelving units, which come in a variety of styles. So here we've got one that is one very large, expansive, wall-mounted floating shelf unit with a wood backing that is not your typical application and looks beautiful as it complements the base cabinetry in this kitchen. And then we have, on the right-hand side, an eclectic mix of cube-style cabinetry in a variety of sizes in a nice artistic arrangement. And this really, again, is something that can be personalized based on homeowner preferences, the kind of objects they want to display. So again, we're combining form and function. Now we're going to look at the really expansive shelving that's found in like oversized wall units and even room designers. And open shelving structures, depending on the type you're using, can really extend to great heights and can be secured to both the ceiling and the floor so that it's very stable and safe to use. So on the left-hand side, we're using a very large shelving structure which covers an entire wall. And they're using a combination of wood and glass shelving to allow for light to pass through with that illuminated wall. So you have a lot of design options with this open shelving type of product. And on the right-hand side, they're using a really interesting vertical piece that looks like brass piping and strategically placed shelves. So again, they're allowing light to pass through. They're creating a needed division between two spaces, and they're adding storage and functionality. So next, we're going to look at a trend that was found in really every kitchen exhibit that we saw at Eurocucina, and it's hidden hardware. And hidden hardware applies, that term is a catch-all phrase that I use to apply to functional hardware such as hinges, as well as decorative hardware, which would be more along the lines of poles, handles, and things like that. And what that hidden hardware does, it creates a very minimalist design with sleek lines, which is a hallmark of modern and contemporary cabinetry. So you're really letting the beauty of the materials you're using shine through rather than calling attention to the hardware itself. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a Gola channel. So Gola channel hardware has actually been around for quite a few years, but its popularity has dramatically increased over the last few years. Gola literally means gap in Italian, and these channels physically create a gap between the doors, the drawer fronts, and the countertops so that the back surface of the door or the drawer front actually becomes the handle itself. the opening mechanism. So the image on the left-hand side is using black matte horizontal Gola hardware under both the countertop and in between the drawer front and the base cabinet doors. And this really adds a nice design detail that coordinates with the countertop and the backsplash and highlights the beautiful wood tones of the cabinetry. And on the right-hand side, we're looking at Gola hardware that's integrated into large doors in the stainless steel finish to complement those beautiful marble effect faces of the cabinetry. Now we're going to look at a really popular use of hidden hardware, and it's in lift-up door applications. So hinge doors and drawer fronts are using hidden functional hardware to eliminate the need for knobs and pulls. So on the left-hand side, we're looking at a push-to-open Aventos HS mechanism by Bloom. And on the left-hand side, you can use the push-to-open mechanisms on upper cabinet doors, which is where they're frequently seen. On the right-hand side, we're looking at a kitchen with obviously all the cabinet doors closed, but that's the effect you get when the push-to-open hardware and push-to-open lift systems are used. It's very clean and streamlined. So cabinet doors and drawer fronts actually present an ideal location for integrated decorative hardware. So on the left-hand side is a really interesting design for a door frame. This is made out of extruded aluminum, and it has an integrated extended finger pull or ledge that is built into the frame. So it's acting as hardware, but it's also providing a really beautiful design accent that you wouldn't expect. And on the right-hand side, we're looking at a drawer front that has a nice edge detail on top, so that slanted edge actually acts as the drawer pull. And these images show one of the newest developments in functional hardware, which is an integrated door hinge that is built into the cabinetry itself. So here we're looking at some Felice Air hinges, and the hinges are built into the top and the bottom of the door frame, and they're mortised in the cabinet box in just two locations, the very top and the very bottom. So you're not seeing any decorative hardware, and there is no need for any functional hardware or hinges in the cabinet interior. So you can see when you're looking at a dramatic, beautifully finished cabinet system like the one that we're looking at, not seeing any kind of functional hardware really improves the aesthetic. And we hope you've enjoyed our presentation highlighting what we consider to be the biggest trends seen in contemporary design that are inspired by your leading manufacturers. It's so easy to incorporate a lot of these popular trends into your kitchen design by using some or all of them. And you can really design something that reflects your customer's individual design preferences and add style and personality to a wide variety of spaces, including kitchens, bathrooms, closets, and more. So one way you can easily incorporate our aluminum frame doors and E-Cube shelving systems is using our 2020 catalogs. So you have an effective way of showing your client what these specific elements would look like in their design. So thank you, everyone, so much for your time. And if you get a chance, be sure to check out our products on our website, www.element-design.com. Thank you.